traffic submission. Kim's going to walk us through this guy, and I'll add in some notes similarly as well. Kim, let's start off with what we would use traffic submission for.
All things digital.
All things digital. Circulus or Wish TV, all things digital get submitted through traffic submission. To clarify, we submit Circulus and Wish separately.
Why is that?
Keeps it clean and keeps errors from happening.
Okay.
So if we sell a campaign that's integrated, like most of us do usually, right? We sold a little bit of social and wishtv.com display. We are going to submit 2 traffic orders. Okay? Kim, walk us through. How do I get to this guy first?
So you go back to your Circulus digital portal.
Okay. I'll go there next. So I'm at the Circulus Digital portal. Okay.
And where it says add copy change,
Add copy change.
that is where you put in your traffic instructions, basically.
Okay. Add copy change. Man, this looks a lot like the other ones.
So you fill out all the pertinent information, making sure that you have like the client name, kind of how it is in Wide Orbit, your campaign name, how it is in Wide Orbit, and the order number from Wide Orbit. And make sure to mark Circulus or wishtv.com, because it defaults to wishtv.com, and I've forgotten that before. But then you go over and you select what is your tactic that you're using, whether it's video, connected TV, display ads, SEO, that kind of thing. So, and Facebook falls under social media.
Let me interject real quick, Kim. Guys, it's really important to select all of the products that you are submitting. It can be more than one, that's fine. Submitting or checking these boxes, it's part of the workflow. It will notify our pod in AdOps that does that specific function. So like for example, those of you that sold search, Angie runs all of our search campaigns. By selecting SEM, Angie will get notification of this submission directly. If you submit display, Stacy will get it because she handles our display, right? So it's imperative you're selecting the products that you're submitting so that it goes to the right person. It speeds up the process very quickly. Go ahead, sorry, Kim.
That's okay. And when you want this to start, I usually pick 12 midnight so it's clean for, but you may have things that you want them to start like at 7 a.m. or something like that. Whatever, that's fine. And then the link for your URL, if it's new, it's changing, yes, but if it's a revision, you may be changing the ad, but you're keeping the URL link the same, so that's fine. When you click yes, the option pops up of what's your new URL. Then when you go down to telling them what you want, so it's kind of nice because it does say flight dates, wide orbit line, and rotation. So it kind of reminds you of what all needs to be included. I try to be super, very linear and whatever, so I usually start like line 1, date, what it is, and I might even say ROS, rotate this 100%, or rotate these 2 things 50-50 or whatever. And if it's the same for line 1, 5, and 6, you can say lines 1, 5, and 6. But if it's different for line 1, and then line 2, and then line 3, you kind of just go through exactly what it is. Make sure you put the dates when you want it to run.
Yeah, Kim's correct. The most important part of this form, with the exception of the wide orbit number being correct, is giving very specific traffic instructions. So we're all used to traffic instructions. We all sell on TV as well. You need to make sure you provide flight dates, rotation, and what lines you need these applied to. Okay? There's infinite number of combinations of what you could leave here for the team. Make sure it's correct for what you and the clients agreed to. Lines, dates, products. Okay? That all goes in the notes section.
Once you have that all set, scheduled, whatever, and then you can add your actual creative. So you can go to underneath the file, the choose file, and you can attach your digital ads. If it's something that's Facebook and needs an explanation, then or if it's a video, that's different. We have to attach that through Dropbox. But then, like for Facebook, you just kind of explain what you want for your description and your copy and all that. And then
Yeah, so in the notes, guys, here, if you're requesting social creative, your copy will go in that box. So your headline and your body copy. If you're submitting video to Kim's point, you'll be submitting a Dropbox link because the form can't support that large of a file. We'll do Dropbox training here in just a few slides. Any questions on ad trafficking, Carolyn?
Where you have, is your URL changing? What does she type in over there?
So that's your actual landing page.
Okay, so what I've been doing is taking the landing page and going to UTM codes.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So the landing URL would include your UTM code.
Okay,
It's part of
I
the same
was scared. I thought I
structure.
did something wrong.
Nope. Nope. And we're going to do the
Okay.
UTM code training here in a second.
Okay, no, I was thinking that I could
yeah.
just be putting it on the website and I was gonna somehow populate that.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
So the URL should always include UTM codes. For those of you who don't know what that is, we're getting to that here in just a few slides. Good point, though. Good question.
On the URL piece, so if you have multiple URLs within that one submission, that's also something you can submit in the notes section.
Correct.
So-
Yeah.
You might have something that's video and you wanna mark it on the UTM codes as video. You might have something that's display or, just search or whatever, and you just kinda wanna
Yeah.
clarify it so that when they are looking at their Google Analytics, they can see, oh, which display, which video, all these things.
Should we go in the notes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That would
so
be-
what we've been doing a lot, guys, to Caitlin and Kim's point, when you have multiple URLs, which often will happen,
Right.
probably more often than not, you'll have multiple URLs. And you can't paste 19 URLs in this box, it just wouldn't make sense. Just type in see below or see attached. And in the notes, again, you methodically give instruction. Use this display, so it's like the following URL 100% for video creative. The following URL for lines 1 and 2 in wide orbit, whatever it might be. Good points.
And UTM is another page.
UTM's on the other page. Yep. Paul's going to walk us through that guy here in a second. Any other questions on ad copy change request? The point I want to make sure we're all clear about is this is what you use for changes in creative once the campaign is live. Okay? You're changing month to month, week to week. Client says, hey, I want to push this product more than that product. You're always using the ad copy change request. Okay? This is one of the most frequent forms you'll use for your digital campaigns. Doesn't matter what product, whether it's Circulus or Wish, you will always come here to submit your creative. You will always get a confirmation email. Another workflow hint that will save you time is because you're being methodical with your notes, I get copied on all of these and I save all of them. So if you guys are ever out of the office or on vacation, you text me, hey Nelson, got a problem with a client, I can go in, look at your notes, figure it out, and help you out when you're out of the office. Okay? All right, let's move on. This one, this is just a quick glance, a reference guide for you all. Turnaround times, expectations. So, in terms of getting creative back